Hello, today is the 30th of November. My goodness, time is flying. It truly is. Except for Trump. That's the only thing that I would feel has been too long, and he'll be gone soon enough. But he's going to leave a lot of trouble in his wake. I think it's fair to say that he will just be a nuisance and a pest. And he's dangerous. What I wanted to read on was on Jared, going over again to hang out with the Prince Mohammed of Saudi Arabia. Now, Saudi Arabia and Israel both are at odds with Iran, or Iran, sorry. Correct pronunciation is Iran. And just read that Jared covertly met with Netanyahu about a week or so ago. Boy, does this remind me of Khashoggi. I believe, and again, my readings are all alleged for entertainment purposes only, but I believe that MBS, Trump, and Israel and Jared were all in on the taking out of this nuclear scientist. I do. And I believe Jared is looking out to keep in the good graces of Saudi Arabia. I also want to read where the Trumps are looking to go. Now, most of us readers see that, and I see it too. They're going to want to go, but I have seen that they're going to more than likely choose to stay in America. But I could be wrong. I want to look at that again. I felt like they would definitely be considering it and definitely wanting it. But at that time, I felt like it still looked like Trump would, at the end of the day, not want to be away from America, because I don't think he would fare well living in another country. And I think he may drag his heels over that decision. So we'll look at that too. But for right now, Jared. What is he going over to speak with MBS about? Let's look at that. Let's start there. Okay. We get the Three of Wands. This is the travel, and this is also about wanting to be able to expand your horizons, keep that overseas deal going that they have. And they have some sort of deal, clearly. The Emperor. This comes up as, male leadership, and to me this is Jared going as representing Trump, and this is also, to me, potentially also MBS as the leader. But I'm asking what Jared is going over there for, and I think it's to try to maintain the connection that he has with Mohammed, with Prince Mohammed, because he's representing their family and their interests, greater interests. Yeah, look, Three of Cups. They're celebrating. I think they most definitely were all involved and aware, and they're celebrating, I think, the quote-unquote success. Jared seems to be very helpful in, I think, getting people killed in some way or another, or contributing to it. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Oddly enough, it also looks like a target, a spinning target on this deck, which is the zombie deck. I think that he is going over there to celebrate, frankly, the success of joint collabs and to continue to try to secure his family's interests with Saudi Arabia. Because the prince has said that he might just go ahead and wait to work with Biden's administration. So, I don't know. I'm sure, I feel like these people say one thing to the public, it's just BS and like a smoke bomb for what they're really up to. I think MBS will gladly play both sides in the middle, you know? Nine of Wands. So, to me, this is about defending the boundaries and also it's being tested but kind of being seasoned, but at a point, I think, also of exhaustion. I think well, let me just carry on here. Yeah, this is where there's more than one person involved. This is a collective or a small collective, possibly three, involved. So, completion of tasks, and it looks like it's speaking that they're happy. This was a joint effort. So he's going over there to talk to this prince about things that they're all involved in. Trump and the Saudi leader and Jared, and I believe in this case Israel. You're looking at three leaders here. That's interesting. Got to keep laying out those cards. The Hermit, trying to stay under the radar here about this celebration. Oh, we're not too happy that he's dead, only thrilled. And the Seven of Wands, defense. So, and also that this was literally done by remote. Well, the Hermit card literally has remote, honestly, as part of its meaning. Um, because it usually deals with outside of uh, wandering, like a more remote area. But literally, it's kind of eerie to know that, that just clicked in my head, that his death was via a remote, you know, control. Here we have the Eight of Pentacles. This was definitely, he's going over there just to celebrate the success of this mission. To make an offer. And it's financial, or there is some sort of sorry. I forgot to put my, hang on a minute, so basically it shows Jared being there to schmooze. This is something he does over and over again. He handles this aspect for Trump because he thinks he's got the charm. Two of Swords. But I get a kind of a stance of a non-commitment here. I don't get maybe an enthusiastic, oh yeah, response to his offer. Kind of lukewarm, kind of neutral, like Switzerland. And the Two of Pentacles, juggling. I think that this is also someone that's not being completely forthright about things or their situation, where I think this is Jared, and there's like kind of a desperate juggle going on here with things that they're trying to keep going. And it's becoming very pressurized. Part of this card, it talks about pressure, but that he keeps the same tactic over and over again. And I just think things are going to change. I think where Jared's concerned, he's going to continue to try to keep these links with Prince Mohammed. And he's definitely going to try to keep, when I go down this row, about them being low-key celebration, but they're happy about what has happened with that scientist. He's there to further their family's personal business, nothing to do about making sure things are peaceful or any of that other stuff. It is, what I get out of this, purely personal. is purely personal, because they want to be able to maintain, I think, that contact. And I get that, I don't know, I tend to think that MBS is going to kind of play along, string them along, as long as they are of benefit to him. But let's just pull a couple extra cards. The Fool. And Strength. Now, intuitively, just looking at these cards, I'm feeling like there's an aspect of the use of force. Because it's going to bring up a new situation where peace is actually going to be very shaky ground. There's going to be definitely a change, and there's going to be a new start. There's a new start here with the Fool and Strength. The question is, do I feel like this is for Jared, or do I feel like this is for the prince, connected to the prince? I tend to feel King of Cups, that to me usually is Biden, and the Ten of Cups. The new president. I tend to think that regardless, MBS is going to be thinking about Biden and wanting to work with him. And I tend to think he's going to kind of just pat Jared on the back, and he knows he's being schmoozed. I don't know why Jared tends to think that he's so charming. It looks to me like through the cards, his attempt at it is very transparent. And with someone with the likes of at Prince, he knows when someone's BSing him. I think he's just going to kind of pat him on the back and just wait for the new administration to come in, because, he's happy with what's gone down. He's having it both ways, so. But with Jared, let's just see. What does Jared I know what I wanted. Well, Jared and Donald Trump's, the Trump family, will they look to go to another country? Will they look to leave the United States to escape being held to account? Would they go, let's see, how about this? Will the Trump family, Jared included, consider going to Saudi Arabia? Will they consider going to Saudi Arabia? I'm getting a no. I don't know that they're going to, but let's just see. That's just a flash. Will the Trump family, including Jared, be offered or go to Saudi Arabia to live in effort to evade justice? Will Jared and the Trump family go to Saudi Arabia to avoid facing justice? Well, I get there's the family, and this is the Ten of Pentacles. This is the Four of Cups. They're waiting to see how things go. They're not real comfortable during this wait. They're not happy with things. There's a level of kind of boredom or dissatisfaction with this card. They're not feeling, and I think it's because Trump didn't manage to pull off a win. That celebration, they're not feeling so happy about. They're more, this is them waiting, I think, with concern to that consideration. They're not counting it out, but they're going to try and keep it close to the chest about what they do. This also indicates to me there's yet no movement. This could also be indecision. And I have gotten that before. And I think that indecision in my past readings show that they would, because of that, end up staying in the States. But let's just continue and see what these cards are going to say. Four of Swords. Yeah, they stay put. Look at that. No. Well, with regard perhaps at least to the consideration of Saudi, no. I get a no. I don't get any movement there whatsoever. Stillness. So either they wouldn't get an offer or they just wouldn't want to be there. Not going to happen. So now I'm going to go to the question of, will the Trump family stay in America? Will they stay in America, or will they try to abandon their life here and live in another country? Will the Trump family